Hey everybody, I'm at the big house as you can tell. I've been house sitting for a couple of days and affording myself the luxury of actually staying in the big house, but here by myself. I've been under the weather a little bit, so not a whole lot to report on the tiny house. Did do the shower enclosure, and I'll be ready to show that probably this afternoon. It's Tuesday morning, and I fell ill on Sunday afternoon, and pretty ill Sunday, and yesterday was not a good day, but feel great today, so that's better. Um, I did find out, and this may be preaching to the choir to some of you, but the lock sets that they sell, I bought the lock set for the French doors, and used to be when you wanted them to key them like an existing lock, like the deadbolt on the front door, it was an involved process to rekey a lock to the key to an existing key. Nowadays, they have that down. I mean, they have what they call a smart lock technology, and you can rekey a lock to an existing key in a matter of seconds, and without taking any of the lock apart, so that you can actually rekey the lock if it's already in the door. So if you had an occasion that you needed to rekey locks to your house or whatever throughout, with this smart lock technology, if you have that installed, then it's a very simple process. So if you're building a house or remodeling a house or just having your locks changed for one reason or another, then I would highly suggest that you go with this quick lock technology, the smart lock technology. I know that Quickset has it. I don't know that others have it, but I generally use a Quickset, and that make of lock set definitely has the smart lock technology, and it's a big time saver. Um, that's about it. Did afford out myself the opportunity to see the International Space Station on Friday night fly by. Did not expect it. Had looked at the schedule. Used to look at the schedule quite a bit to see when it would fly over and make sure I would watch it. It's pretty nice, but kind of quit doing that, and I was just out watching the sunset, watching the moon come up on Friday night, watching the airplanes come out of Hartsville. We're on the flight path for the northern corridor, either along the coast up to the northeastern cities or the midwestern cities. The flight plan, we're right on the flight path, so you can see a good ways. And all of a sudden, here comes this object streaking across the sky. And I go, well, that's much too high to be an aircraft and much too fast. And it's not a meteorite and it's not a missile. And then I recognized it as the International Space Station. And a great view. It was over 6.5 minutes long here in Athens area. And I identified it as the International Space Station, but then came in and I said, that's got to be it. I mean, what else flies like that? And I came in and then checked the schedule, and sure enough, it was right on the flight plan, right at the time it started and right at the time it ended, and the flight path across the sky. So you can go on the internet at the International Space Station and search for a flight schedule or something like that. And you just put the city that you live in, and then it'll give you the dates when it's going to be visible, what time it is, what direction it'll be coming out of, the west or whatever, and then where it'll be going, and then the degrees of elevation that you'll see it above the horizon. And if it's clear night, even in places that have a lot of ground light, you're going to be able to see it if you can see any star at all, because it's much brighter than Venus in the night sky, and it's pretty nice. I like seeing it. I like seeing the stars. That's one thing about out here is we have some ground light, so it's not as dark as, say, like it was in South Alabama or in some places out west, I'm sure, or in some of the more rural areas. But we have fairly good seeing here. And to take the phone, they have those nice apps now that you can just point at the sky and identify constellations and planets and stars and that type of thing. Very interesting, very interesting. I would highly recommend it. It's a great family thing to do too. Just go out and look at the stars, and almost inevitably, on any given night, you're probably going to see a shooting star. They happen every night. Some nights more than others, and sometimes during the meteor showers, and those are always fun to watch. But even on any given night, if you're out there long enough, and you'll see them out of the corner of your eye, usually out of your peripheral vision, more than straight on. But you'll be looking at the stars, and all of a sudden, zoom, you'll see a shooting star. It's a lot of fun. And one of the big benefits of living in a rural area is you can actually see the stars. And if you learn what the different paths are and what the different planets are specifically, it's fun to watch them as they wander across the sky, which is why they're called planets. They wander. The stars stay in the same place primarily, or in relation to each other, but the planets wander all over the sky. It's fun. It's fun to see where they are. So anyway, I know that has nothing to do with the road to nowhere, although actually it does. It is a benefit of being nowhere, is you can see somewhere. And somewhere, some of those somewheres, that light has been traveling to this planet for millions of years before there was ever a human being or a Homo sapien on the planet. That light started traveling here, and it only got here last night, and for me to see it, or for any of us to see it. So, highly recommend it. It's fun. Well, that's it. The shower's still going in. I have decided to do the kitchenette. I have all that scoped out. So, I'm going to wrap the tiny house up. Got to get this thing finished up. Got too many other things that need to be done. So, and with a couple of days of downtime, a little bit behind the 8 ball, but I can catch up in a couple of days, no problem. So, anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. I'm looking forward to mine. We'll talk to you later.